Hey guys, this is Joe with Cigar Accessories. So instead of doing a cigar review this evening, I'm going to take a look at a cigar accessory. And the cigar accessory I'm taking a look at is Cigar Prop's air bleeder tool. This is his version 2 model. We're going to take an in-depth look at this, so stick around guys. The review's coming up. If you're new to this channel, enjoy cigar reviews and cigar related artwork, consider clicking that subscribe button. Alright guys, so before I dive into the functionality of this tool, I just want to kind of talk about it for a brief moment. This cigar tool came in a pretty nice package. A little compact package, has Cigar Prop's logo on it. Once you open that package, what you get is this keychain tool. Now this is the version 2 model. The version 1 is not a keychain. This one comes with a screw-on lid as well. Once you unscrew that lid, what you reveal is the tool that you'll use to bleed your lighters, and then when you're done with it, simply just screw it back together. And what's nice about this is you can put it on a keychain and always have it with you. Very convenient tool. Now the tool itself is made in the USA. The dimensions on the tool are 2 inches long by a 1/2 inch diameter, and this little guy only costs $20 to $25. Now there's 4 different colors. You can get the aluminum, the brass, the gunmetal, or what I have here is the matte red. I believe when I looked on the webpage, all of them are $20 with the exception of the brass. That one is $25. Definitely something that's very handy to use with your lighters. And to prove that point here, I'm gonna grab a couple of my lighters, kind of show you some problems I've had with ones I have not bled before, kind of the issues I have when I try to light them. We're gonna go ahead and bleed them with this tool, fill them back up with butane. A lighter that I had previously filled with butane, but I did not bleed it first, having some issues with this lighter. I have another lighter that's pretty much almost out of fuel, so let's talk about this one first. This lighter at times will light. As you can see there, I am getting a nice light, but what happens is it'll quickly go out. Once it goes out like it just did now, I get nothing. So I'm just having a very difficult time lighting this lighter now. It may light again, but we're kind of on the verge of just losing all the fuel. And this does have a nice oversized fuel window, so I can see how much is in there. There's a tiny bit in there right now, so that's why it's lighting, but it won't be long, it won't light at all. The second lighter, I had mistakenly filled it without bleeding it. Now this is a lighter I pretty much use on my art projects, but most of the time what happens is what you see here is it might spark. At times it'll spark a little bit, I get a little bit of flame, but it quickly goes out. You really couldn't even light a cigar with this lighter. So unfortunately I'm gonna have to bleed all the fuel that I had put in this one and kind of start over. But we'll start with this one first. We'll go ahead and fill it up with butane and trying to give an example of how to use the bleeder tool. So bleeding these out is just as easy as filling them. You use the same valve. Just simply put the bleeder in there. I'll push and I'll keep it in there until it stops hissing. Release, and then I'll push again. And I'll just keep repeating this process till I get to a point where it's no longer making that hissing sound. Go ahead and try to light it. Nothing. Still a little bit of air in there, so that's why I like to keep repeating, just to make sure I get all the air out. And I think this one's good. Second lighter does have fuel in it, so what I'm gonna do is just simply bleed it out. I'm gonna unfortunately lose all that fuel. You see it's starting to blow out there. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but there's a spray that shoots out once I press it in there. The same process as before. I'll hold it till it stops hissing, kind of release, and then press down again. I think we're almost there with this one. Nope, still a little bit of hissing. Alright guys, so I think we're there. So to fill it up, I like to shake my butane. I pretty much use the Cigar butane. It's the one I think is probably the most reliable for me. And what I'll do is I'll hold it in there for 5 seconds, release, and then keep pressing again until I fill it up. So I'll just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release and repeat. And I'm almost out of butane. So one thing you'll notice is a lot of times when you fill this up, they're freezing cold here at the bottom. What I like to do is I let them sit or warm up for a minute, so I'll throw this one in my pocket. It usually does not light when it's cold. Go ahead and warm this up. While it's warming up, we'll go ahead and fill up the other one. Same process, just count to 5, release, There's an air bubble there, so you can see that this is pretty much full. This one's still freezing cold just like the other one, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in my pocket, let it warm up, and then we'll come back and test lighting both lighters. Alright guys, final verdict here, so let's go ahead and test both lighters. You can see this one's lighting a lot easier than it was before. It's holding the flame. And on my yellow lighter, same thing. No issues holding a flame here. I can stop, relight. So perfect lighting process. And this one, as I said at the beginning of this video, or said earlier on in this video, I had filled it without bleeding it, and when I tried to light it, I couldn't hold a flame at all. I couldn't light a cigar. I use it for sculpting. I have an alcohol lamp that I try to light. Couldn't even light that. So as you can see here, no issues with this lighter now. Alright guys, so that's going to wrap up this review for the Cigar Prop air bleeder tool. Now for those of you that are not familiar with Kevin with Cigar Prop, he does have a YouTube channel as well. Highly recommend checking it out. This is definitely a must-have in my opinion, especially for those of you that have performance issues with your lighters. And I've had lighters over the years. It seems like even when I fill them without bleeding for a time, they may be fine, and over time they just keep getting worse and worse. And I've tried using things like toothpicks and other things to bleed it. It's just not very productive. This one's a very inexpensive tool. Like I said, I believe it's a must-have. I think it's a great tool. It's one I'm glad I have in my toolbox. Highly recommend this one. Very inexpensive tool. There's no reason why not to pick one up. So go ahead and pick one of these up. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you guys on the next review.